Hey there, YouTubers. Luis from On-Site Towing and Recovery in Middletown, New York. So, question that's been asked several times on my comments section has been, do I prefer a wrecker or a flatbed? It's a great question, especially if you're just getting into the business, which you want to buy the truck that's right for you. If you're getting into the business and you're trying to decide whether you want a wrecker or flatbed, you need to look at the environment that you're in. If you're in a city environment, I can see a wrecker and a set of dollies being beneficial due to congestion and tight spaces and whatnot, especially if you're dealing with a lot of parking lots, parallel parked cars. Wreckers make the job a lot easier. But, I quite frankly think that if you're just starting off, the best choice will be to get a flatbed. And the reason why I say to get a flatbed is, the wrecker requires a little more finesse, to operate, especially with these low clearance cars and the oil pans and stuff like that. But with a flatbed, you're not just going to limit yourself to motor vehicles, where a wrecker, you will. Don't get me wrong, I've towed things other than cars. Like a few weeks ago, I did a sweeper, street sweeper, the attachment to a tractor, and lifted it up and placed it on my wheel grids, and away I went. But that's not always going to be the case. Where the flatbed, you can move motor vehicles, you can move construction equipment, supplies, lumber, steel, a bunch of different things. So it opens you up to a larger market. And the neat thing, when you start moving stuff other than motor vehicles, it becomes an hourly rate, port to port. So from the moment we leave our facility to the moment we get back. And I prefer doing those kinds of jobs all day because it's just easier on the driver, less wear and tear on the truck. You usually show up, most of these places load the stuff onto your flatbed. All you do is strap it down, and down the road you go. And it's just, you open yourself up to other avenues other than motor vehicles. And that's just my perspective if you're starting out. I personally, since I've been in business coming on 6 years, I personally prefer driving my wrecker just because it's easier to get around. It's more comfortable for me. I don't have to lay on my back to hook control arms or tow hooks or anything like that. It's just overall, it's just easier, especially with the self-loader. I can get to places quicker. I don't have to worry about, going into a Walmart parking lot with it and backing into something. It's just an easier vehicle to drive. I also like having both winches, especially if I got to pull stuff out of parking spots or if I have to do recoveries. And that's why I like a wrecker. So if you get a wrecker, make sure you get a set of dollies. I don't have dollies yet. We're going to be getting them in the next few weeks. A wrecker with a set of dollies will pretty much be equipped to do almost any vehicle out there. And that's a good thing. Another thing too, usually for recovery, 9 out of 10 times I do use the wrecker. Don't get me wrong, I know how to use my flatbed for recovery, but I just feel more comfortable and I feel that I have more control using a wrecker with both winch lines to do recoveries. Once in a blue moon, if the flatbed's there and it's easy enough for the flatbed to do, I'll do it. My issue with the flatbed, especially my Dodge 5500, I just feel that it's too light of a truck to be utilizing the bed for recovery. My Kenworth, on the other hand, I've used that on a ton of recoveries just because the truck is a heavier duty truck. It is a legit medium duty vehicle. So, but like I said, to each his own. I know guys out there that like running the pickup trucks with the sneaker lifts. But me personally, I like driving my wrecker, and this is actually my commuter. This is what I take my children to school every morning in. I go grocery shopping, I go away on vacations with this thing. So it's, I like it, it's like driving a glorified pickup truck. But I hope this video answers any questions that any of you might have. Hit like and subscribe. And once again, it's Luis from On-Site Towing in Middletown, New York. Thank you for watching.